30.00. The St. Clair County Emergency Management Agency and law enforcement officials for St. Clair County are requesting that residents use extreme caution on area roadways. Temperatures will fall below freezing overnight and will cause roadways to freeze, leading to hazardous travel conditions. Wintry mixed precipitation has accumulated and will continue into the overnight hours. Travel will become hazardous and some roads could become impassable at times overnight. Please limit unnecessary travel this evening and overnight and use extreme caution if you must travel. The St. Clair
A civil authority has issued a required monthly test for all Alaska, effective until 4:30 p.m. This is a test of the Emergency Alert System and the Alaska Amber Alert System. In the event of an emergency or child abduction, this system would provide important information. This test is now concluded.
The National Weather Service in Phoenix has issued a dust storm warning for east central Yuma County in southwestern Arizona, Maricopa County in south central Arizona, until 11:45 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. At 10:44 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, a wall of dust was along a line extending from 10 miles west of Cotton Center to 12 miles southwest of Gila Bend Auxiliary Field to 7 miles north of Ojo, moving west at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, less than a quarter-mile visibility with strong wind in excess of 50 miles per hour. Source, Doppler radar. Impact, dangerous life-threatening travel. This includes the following highways: Arizona Interstate 8 between mile marker 65 and 116. Arizona Route 85 between mile markers 1 and 119, and between mile markers 133 and 138. Locations impacted include Gila Bend, Sentinel, Paloma, Dadeland, Cotton Center, Sundot, and Hyder. Dust storms lead to dangerous driving conditions with visibility reduced to near zero. If driving, avoid dust storms if possible. If caught in one, pull off the road, turn off your lights, and keep your foot off the brake. Motorists should not drive into a dust storm. Pull aside, stay alive.
Large.
The National Weather Service in Tulsa has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Franklin County and west central Arkansas, eastern Sebastian County and west central Arkansas, until 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 6:58 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm with strong low-level rotation that could produce a tornado at any time was located near Huntington, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Expected hazards include tornado. This is a radar-indicated threat rotation. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations in or near the path include Charleston, Greenwood, Lavaca, Mansfield, Huntington, Branch, Bloomer, Washburn, Burnville, Fort Chaffee, Arcola, Crossroads, Witcherville, Dayton, Milltown, Vesta, Ursula. Take cover now. Move to a base an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
No church that
Flash flood emergency for western Mariposa County, including the Detweiler Burn Scar area and the city of Mariposa. The National Weather Service in Hanford, California has issued a flash flood warning for western Mariposa County in central California, southwestern Tuolumne County in northern California, east central Merced County in central California, until 6:45 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At 3:40 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, emergency management reported heavy rain across the warned area. Flash flooding is occurring. This is a flash flood emergency for western Mariposa County, including the Detweiler Burn Scar area and the city of Mariposa. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek higher ground now. Some locations that will experience flooding include Bootjack, Mariposa, Cabby's Valley, and Lake McClure. Excessive rainfall over the burn scar will result in debris flow around the Detweiler Burn Scar. The debris flow can consist of rock, mud, vegetation, and other loose materials. Move to higher ground now. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area subject to flooding or under an evacuation order. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 6:45 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for the following counties in California, Mariposa, and Merced. Tuesday. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch 191 in effect until 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for the following areas. In Colorado, this watch includes 16 counties in east-central Colorado, Elbert, Lincoln, in north-central Colorado, Larimer, in northeast Colorado, Adams, Arapahoe, Boulder, Broomfield, Denver, Douglas, Jefferson, Logan, Morgan, Phillips, Sedgwick, Washington, Weld. This includes the cities of Akron, Bennett, Boulder, Broomfield, Byers, Castle Rock, Denver, Fort Collins, Fort Morgan, Golden, Greeley, Holyoke, Julesburg, Kiowa, Lyman, and Sterling. Primary threats include a couple tornadoes, possible scattered large hail, and isolated very large hail events to 2.5 inches in diameter, likely scattered damaging wind gusts to 70 miles an hour. Possible summary: storms are developing on the Front Range of northern Colorado, and additional storms will develop southward this afternoon. Storms will intensify over the next few hours with potential to produce very large hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes as activity spreads eastward into the plains. The Tornado Watch area is approximately along and 80 statute miles east and west of a line from 55 miles northwest of Akron, Colorado to 45 miles west of Springfield, Colorado. For a complete depiction of the watch, see the Associated Watch Outline Update, WOUS 64K WNSW1. Precautionary preparedness actions. Remember, a tornado watch means conditions are favorable for tornadoes and severe thunderstorms in and close to the watch area. Persons in these areas should be on the lookout for threatening weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. The National Road Conditions. For the following area, in Connecticut, northern New London, winter storm warning in Sussex from midnight tonight to 4 a.m. Thursday. What? Heavy snow expected. Total snow accumulations of 4 to 7 inches, with localized amounts up to 8 inches, are expected. Where? Northern New London County. When? From midnight tonight to 4 a.m. Thursday. Additional details, plan on difficult travel conditions, including during morning and evening's commute on Wednesday. Be prepared for significant reductions in visibility at times. A winter storm warning for snow means severe winter weather conditions will make travel very hazardous or impossible. If you must travel, keep an extra flashlight, food and water in your vehicle in case of an emergency. Check local Department of Transportation information services for the latest road conditions. Here is the latest weather service in... Issued at 2:53 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The National Weather Service in Mount Holly, New Jersey has issued a flash flood warning for western Sussex County in southern Delaware until 6:45 p.m. At 2:51 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms moving slowly east into western Sussex County. Rainfall rates between 1 and 2 inches of rain per hour have been reported, and flash flooding is expected in the heavier downpours. Some locations that could experience flooding include Georgetown, Milford, Seaford, Laurel, Bridgettville, Elendale, Sycamore, Blades, Greenwood, and Bethel. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the following county: Sussex, Delaware. Issued at... This is a statement from the National Weather Service. For the following county, District of Columbia, coastal flood warning in effect until 11 a.m. Wednesday. The National Weather Service in Baltimore, Maryland/Washington has upgraded the coastal flood advisory to a coastal flood warning, which is in effect until 11 a.m. Wednesday. Moderate flooding is now expected. Locations: shoreline in the District of Columbia. Tidal departure: 1.5 to 2 feet above normal. Timing: around the time of high tide. High tide at Washington Channel is at 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. Impacts: the unprotected area on the southwest waterfront at the D.C. Seafood Market is expected to flood. Water is expected to approach parts of the Haynes Point Loop Road, but it will likely be closed. Shoreline inundation up to 1 foot above ground is possible elsewhere. A coastal flood warning means that flooding is occurring or imminent. Coastal residents in the warned area should be alert for rising water and take appropriate action to protect life and property. Now for the national...
Rooted from where I...
for Collier County. The National Weather Service in Miami has issued a flash flood warning for southwestern Collier County in southwestern Florida until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated the center of Hurricane Irma was near Marco Island. Flash flooding from life-threatening storm surge is expected to begin shortly along coastal Collier County. This is a flash flood emergency for Collier County. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Evacuate vertically now. Some locations that will experience flooding include Naples, Marco Island, Chokoloskee, and Everglades City. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not attempt to travel. Evacuate vertically by going to higher levels of your structure. And now the extended forecast. tropical storm watch has been upgraded to a tropical storm warning for the following counties in Georgia: Baldwin, Barrow, Bartow, Bibb, Leckley, Carroll, Chattahoochee, Chattooga, Cherokee, Clark, Cobb, Crawford, Crisp, DeKalb, Dodge, Dooley, Douglas, Emmanuel, Floyd, Forsyth, Glasscock, Gordon, Gwinnett, Harrelson, Harris, Houston, Jackson, Jefferson, Johnson, Jones, Lawrence, Macon, Madison, Marion, Monroe, Morgan, Muskogee, Newton, North Fulton, Oconee, Oglethorpe, Paulding, Peach, Pickens, Polk, Pulaski, Rockdale, Schley, South Fulton, Stewart, Sumter, Talbot, Taylor, Telfire, Trutland, Twiggs, Walton, Washington, Webster, Wheeler, Wilcox, Wilkes and Wilkinson. The following report, County. Through Sunday afternoon, the moisture combined with increased instability associated with a low developing near the islands late Friday through this weekend will increase the risk of flash flooding. A flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that lead to flash flooding. Flash flooding is a very dangerous situation. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued. Here's the forecast. For an important severe weather message for eastern Idaho. The National Weather Service in Pocatello has issued a tornado warning for northern Teton County in eastern Idaho, southeastern Fremont County in southeastern Idaho, southeastern Jefferson County in southeastern Idaho, eastern Madison County in southeastern Idaho, until 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 1:26 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 9 miles east of Archer or 11 miles southeast of Rexburg, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado and ping-pong ball-size hail. Source, radar indicated rotation. Trained spotters and members of the public are reporting rotation with this storm. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Drummond around 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Teutonia Research Station and Green Canyon Hot Springs. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for the following counties in Idaho: Fremont, Jefferson, Madison, and Teton. The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a tornado warning for Johnson County, Illinois, until 6:30 p.m. At 5:56 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Vienna, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Expected hazards include tornado and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat rotation. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Vienna, New Burnside, Buncombe, and Simpson. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 6:30 p.m. for the following county: Johnson, Illinois.
It's a
The National Weather Service in Indianapolis has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Jennings County in southeastern Indiana until 10:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 9:38 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed tornado was located near North Vernon, or 17 miles east of Seymour, moving northeast at 5 miles per hour. Expected hazards included a damaging tornado. A tornado has been confirmed by law enforcement. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. The tornado will be near Butlerville around 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Nebraska around 10:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 10:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the following county: Jennings, Indiana. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Humboldt County 911 dispatch. The Humboldt County 911 dispatch has reported that 911 service in Gilmore City, Iowa has been restored as of 11:25 p.m. All systems have returned to normal.
you need to know about big.
Yeah, keep.
Service in Goodland has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Cheyenne County in northwestern Kansas until 8:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 8:08 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed tornado was located 5 miles north of Bird City, Oregon, 13 miles east of St. Francis, moving north at 10 miles per hour. Expected hazards included a damaging tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. A tornado has been reported by the public. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Bird City. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 8:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Cheyenne, Kansas.
Okay.
Slight chance of thunderstorms. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 12:30 a.m. for northern Carlisle and southeastern Ballard counties. At 11:55 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Barlow to near Wycliffe, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include La Center, Bardwell, Wycliffe, Barlow, Lovelessville, and Blandville. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 12:30 a.m. Saturday for the following counties in Kentucky, Ballard, and Carlisle. Taking a look at your born parishes until The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a tornado warning for West Central Union Parish until 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 3:18 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Bernice, or 14 miles southeast of Junction City, moving east-southeast at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar-indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Farmerville around 3:55 p.m. Central Standard Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include the LLD, Arbon Lake, and Shiloh. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 4 p.m. Central Standard Time for the following parish: Union, Louisiana. The National Weather Service. Information about a blizzard warning for the following areas: northeast Aroostook, northern Penobscot, and southeast Aroostook. Blizzard warning in effect from noon Thursday to 7 a.m. Friday. What blizzard conditions expected? Travel will be very dangerous to impossible, including during the evening commute on Thursday. Total snow accumulations of 10 to 14 inches are expected. Where? Northeast Aroostook, northern Penobscot, southeast Aroostook, and central Penobscot County. When? Noon Thursday to 7 a.m. Friday. Additional details: winds gusting as high as 40 miles per hour will cause whiteout conditions in blowing snow. Significant drifting of the snow is likely. A blizzard warning means severe winter weather conditions are expected or occurring. Falling and blowing snow with strong winds and poor visibilities are likely. This will lead to whiteout conditions, making travel extremely dangerous. Do not travel. If you must travel, have a winter survival kit with you. If you get stranded, stay with your vehicle. The latest road conditions for Maine can be obtained by going to newengland511.org. This is a statement from the National Weather Service. For the following counties, in Maryland, Charles and Prince George's. The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a flood warning for southwestern Prince George's County in central Maryland, northern Charles County in southern Maryland, until 6:15 p.m. Sunday at 12:09 p.m. Doppler radar indicated heavy rain that will cause flooding. Between 2 and 4 inches of rain have already fallen, and additional rainfall of 1 to 2 inches is possible this afternoon. Some locations that may experience flooding include Waldorf, Clinton, Fort Washington, La Plata, Port Tobacco River, St. Charles, Accokeek, Bryan's Road, Brandywine, Potomac Heights, Bryantown, Pomfret, Port Tobacco Village, Marbury, Port Tobacco, White Plains, Ironsides, Ripley, Brisson, and Nanjemoy. This is a statement from the Hurricane force wind warning in effect from 1 p.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday. The National Weather Service in Taunton has issued a hurricane force wind warning, which is in effect from 1 p.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday. The hurricane force wind watch is no longer in effect. Hazards include northeast winds 35 to 45 knots with gusts up to 70 knots. Seas 28 to 33 feet. A hurricane force wind warning means winds of 64 knots or greater are imminent or occurring. All vessels should remain in port or take shelter as soon as possible until the extremely dangerous winds and waves subside. Hurricane force wind warning in effect from 1 p.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday. The National Weather Service in Taunton has issued a hurricane force wind warning, which is in effect from 1 p.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday. The hurricane force wind watch is no longer in effect. Hazards include northeast winds 35 to 45 knots with gusts up to 65 knots. Seas 6 to 9 feet. A hurricane force wind warning means winds of 64 knots or greater are imminent or occurring. All vessels should remain in port or take shelter as soon as possible until the extremely dangerous winds and waves subside. The current time is not available. (911) telephone outage emergency. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Menominee County Emergency Management Agency. 911 service across Upper Michigan is experiencing sporadic outages affecting cell phone calls to the dispatch centers. People calling into Menominee County on cell phones dialing 911 sometimes get a prompt to enter a code. If this happens, please call the Central Dispatch Admin line for Menominee County at 906-863-6614. And now the forecast. Here is the hazard. Blizzard condition. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 23, effective until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Mississippi: Chickasaw, Itawamba, Lee, Monroe, and Pontotoc. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings.
Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
The president.
The National Weather Service in Springfield has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Shannon County, south central Dent County, northeastern Texas County, until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 7:03 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 9 miles northeast of Raymondville, or 15 miles east of Houston, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Expected hazards include tornado and ping-pong ball-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Montauk State Park, Acres, Take Cover Now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send a report to the National Weather Service office in Springfield. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Missouri, Dent, Shannon, and Texas.
Down that slope.
The following is a weather alert for the following county, Carter, Montana. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 301, effective until 11 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. This watch includes the following county, Carter, Montana. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watched area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, severe thunderstorm watch number 301 has been issued until 11 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for the following county, Carter, Montana. The National Weather Service in Elko, Nevada has issued a flash flood warning for northeastern White Pine County in northeastern Nevada until 5:45 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At 2:51 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Flash flooding is expected to begin shortly. Flash flooding will remain over mainly rural areas of northeastern White Pine County. State Route 2 can be impacted by flash flooding.
This is from Mike Snyder.
Through tonight. River. The National Weather Service in Gray, Maine has issued a flood warning for an ice jam in northwestern Hillsborough County in southern New Hampshire, south central Merrimack County in central New Hampshire until 8:15 a.m. Saturday at 11:08 p.m. An ice jam has formed on the Contoocook River at Peterborough.
The river is rising rapidly and is above flood stage. People living near the river in flood-prone locations from Peterborough downstream to Henniker should remain alert for rapidly rising water. The flood watch continues.
The following is a blizzard warning from the National Weather Service for the following county, Hunterdon, New Jersey. Blizzard warning in effect from midnight tonight to 10 a.m. Sunday. The National Weather Service in Mount Holly has issued a blizzard warning, which is in effect from midnight tonight to 10 a.m. Sunday. The winter storm warning is no longer in effect. Hazard types: heavy snow, gusty winds and blowing snow resulting in times of blizzard conditions. Snow accumulations, 12 to 18 inches. Timing: snow is expected to begin between 9 p.m. and midnight, then continue heavy at times overnight and Saturday, before tapering off by early Sunday morning. The strongest winds and greatest potential for blizzard conditions will be during the day Saturday. Impacts: the combination of heavy snowfall and strong winds will produce whiteout conditions and extremely dangerous travel. The snow should become more wet for a time Saturday, especially closer to the coast. Shoveling of heavy wet snow will be problematic for those with physical ailments. Snow will cling to wires and trees, which could cause numerous power outages. Roads will become impassable due to increasing snowfall rates of 1 to 3 inches per hour at times in heavier bands. Winds north 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Visibilities 1/4 mile or less at times. Temperatures in the lower to mid-20s. A winter storm warning means significant amounts of snow is expected. Strong winds are also possible. This will make travel very hazardous or impossible. A blizzard warning means severe winter weather conditions are expected or occurring. Falling and blowing snow with strong winds and poor visibilities are likely. This will lead to whiteout conditions, making travel extremely dangerous. Avoid travel if at all possible. If you absolutely must travel, have a winter survival kit with you. If you get stranded, stay with your vehicle. Snowfall accumulation forecast maps in addition to experimental probabilistic snowfall information for the lead taste event are available online at www.weather.gov/fi/winter.
The National Weather Service in Albuquerque has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Roosevelt County and east central New Mexico until 6:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 5:48 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles northeast of Millicent, or 26 miles west of Morton, moving northeast at 10 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and $half size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Causey, Millicent, and Lingo. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for the following county: Roosevelt, New Mexico. At times overnight. High wind statement for counties in New York, Genesee, Monroe, Orleans, and Wyoming. High wind warning in effect from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday. The National Weather Service in Buffalo has issued a high wind warning, which is in effect from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday. The high wind watch is no longer in effect. Locations: Niagara, Orleans, Monroe, Northern Erie, and Genesee counties. Timing: from late Sunday morning through early Sunday evening. Winds: southwest 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Impacts: damaging winds likely. Shallow-rooted trees will be the most susceptible and be down more easily with the recently thawed and saturated soil conditions. Travel may become hazardous for high-profile vehicles. High winds of 58 miles per hour or greater will make driving difficult and could result in property damage, including downed trees and power lines. Scattered power outages are expected. Homeowners should secure loose objects. The following is a flash flood watch for the following counties in North Carolina: Beaufort, Carteret, Craven, Jones, Mainland Hyde, Onslow, and Pamlico. Flash flood watch in effect through Tuesday evening. The National Weather Service in Newport has issued a flash flood watch for a portion of eastern North Carolina, including the following areas: Beaufort, Carteret, Craven, Jones, Mainland Dare, Mainland Hyde, Onslow, Outer Banks Dare, Outer Banks Hyde, Pamlico, Tyrrell, and Washington. Through Tuesday evening, areas of heavy showers and thunderstorms will occur over the area with torrential downpours which will produce rainfall amounts of 2 to 6 inches, with locally heavier amounts through Tuesday evening. This amount of rain will lead to flooding of low-lying and poor drainage areas. Flash flooding can easily develop in low-lying areas near the coast. A flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that lead to flash flooding. Flash flooding is a very dangerous situation. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued. The following year, with a temperature The following message is transmitted at the request of the North Dakota Highway Patrol. Alfred Royer of White Earth, North Dakota, is an 83-year-old white male. He is 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighs 210 pounds, and has green eyes and brown hair. He was last seen wearing a blue plaid shirt and blue jeans, and his last known whereabouts was approximately 3 p.m., Sunday, July 29th, at a rummage sale in Tioga. He is believed to be driving a copper-colored 2001 Pontiac Grand Prix, 4-door, with North Dakota license 852BVB. Additional information: Alfred Ware has been deemed a vulnerable adult, having medical concerns that require medication every 24 hours, and which have not been administered for over 24 hours. If you have information, please contact the Tioga Police Department at 701-664-2514. The above silver alert information is available by calling 511 and at www.response.gov/alert. At 1 a.m. at Fargo. This message is for test purposes only. Test. This is a test message for the Ohio statewide tornado drill. This includes all counties in Ohio and is valid until 10 a.m. Repeating, this is a test message for the Ohio statewide tornado drill. There is no severe weather occurring at this time. If this were an actual event, you would be given information about the hazard. The National Weather Service, Ohio Emergency Management Agency, and the Ohio Committee on Severe Weather Awareness encourages the use of this time to either activate or review your severe weather safety plans. Repeating, this has been a test tornado warning message for the 2018 Ohio Tornado Drill. This alert activation will replace the regularly scheduled routine weekly test normally conducted around 11 a.m. on Wednesdays. This is NOAA weather.
Sitting is saying that.
National Weather Service in Norman has issued a fire warning at the request of Woodward County Emergency Management. At 6:06 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a wildfire was located 4 miles southeast of Woodward. Locations: the fire was bounded by Highway 270, north-south 208, east-west 47, and Highway 34. The fire was moving rapidly to the north-northeast. Evacuation route: persons in the fire area should go to the south or west. Additional information: persons unable to evacuate south or west can go to Faith United Methodist Church at 1400 Texas Avenue in Woodward. Follow safety instructions from local law enforcement officials. Heed any evacuation orders and follow all safety precautions.
I was putting out my fire.
Prompted the warning has... The National Weather Service in Portland has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for South Central Marion County in northwestern Oregon, North Central Lynn County in northwestern Oregon, until 4 p.m. At 3:26 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located just north of Tombstone Summit, Oregon, 17 miles south of Detroit, moving north at 30 miles per hour. Hazard: up to golf ball size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. This severe thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of south central Marion and north central Lynn counties. In Oregon, this includes State Highway 22 east of Salem between mile markers 42 and 47. Prepare immediately for large hail and deadly cloud-to-ground lightning. Seek shelter inside a well-built structure. Stay away from windows. The severe thunderstorm.
The National Weather Service has issued a high wind warning for the following Pennsylvania counties: York, Lancaster, Schuylkill, Perry, Franklin, Adams, Cumberland, Dauphin, and Lebanon, effective until tomorrow at 4:33 a.m. The National Weather Service in State College has issued a high wind warning, which is in effect from 6 a.m. Friday to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday. The high wind watch is no longer in effect. Winds northwest 25 to 35 miles per hour with gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Timing: winds will increase late tonight and will gust to 60 miles per hour Friday into Friday night. Impacts: strong to damaging winds may blow down limbs, trees, and trigger power outages. Travel will be difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Review wind safety and preparedness information at weather.gov/wind.
The National Weather Service in Taunton, Massachusetts has issued a flood warning for the Pawcatuck River at Westerly until Monday morning, or until the warning is canceled. At 11 a.m. Saturday, the stage was 6.9 feet. Flood stage is 7.0 feet. Minor flooding is forecast. Rise above flood stage by this afternoon and continue to rise to near 7.5 feet by tomorrow morning. The river will fall below flood stage by early Monday morning. Impact, at 8.0 feet, flood waters approach lowest lying homes along Hiscox Road in Westerly. Along Route 3, flooding occurs at some homes in French Village in Hopkinton. Winter weather advisory remains in effect.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. Law enforcement is searching for a white male with a slim build, about 6 feet 2 inches tall, in the abduction of an 11-month-old infant in Chesterfield County. The suspect was wearing a gray toboggan covering his face, a long black rain jacket, and one black glove. The abduction occurred at 202 Daisy Lewis in Chesterfield, South Carolina, at 1:20 p.m. on Tuesday, May 29th. The child was abducted from her mother's arms while at her mailbox, and the mother was assaulted. The missing infant's name is Harley Lane Lewis, age 11 months. She is a white female, weighing 19 pounds, and is 23 inches tall. Her hair is short and blonde in color, and her eyes are blue. She was last seen wearing a purple onesie. The vehicle used in the abduction was a tan-colored van or small SUV. The vehicle may be possibly headed north towards the state of North Carolina. If you have any information, see the suspect or Harley, please call 911 immediately.
The National Weather Service in Sioux Falls has issued a tornado warning for South Central Kingsbury County and East Central South Dakota, Central Minor County and East Central South Dakota, until 8:45 p.m. At 8:07 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Roswell, or 22 miles southwest of Lake Thompson State Recreation Area, moving east at 10 miles an hour. Hazard, tornado and half-dollar size hail. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Vilas around 8:20 p.m. Howard around 8:35 p.m. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 8:45 p.m. for the following counties in South Dakota, Kingsbury, and Minor. This is a child abduction emergency transmitted at the request of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. A statewide Amber Alert has been issued for the Knoxville Police Department for 5-year-old Devontae Morris Clark. Devontae was last seen at his aunt's residence in Knoxville. Devontae is an African-American male with black hair, brown eyes, stands about 2 feet 6 inches tall, and weighs about 45 pounds. Devontae was taken by his non-custodial mother and may be traveling in a white Ford Explorer with temporary tags. Devontae was last seen wearing a Baton t-shirt. Further clothing description and direction of travel are not known. An active warrant for custodial interference has been issued for Ashley Clark. If you have information on the whereabouts of Devontae or Ashley, please call 911 or contact the Knoxville Police Department at 865-215-7347 or the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. In Nashville.
To us. Let me do this. Let me hand it to you.
News Radio 740 KTRH is activating the Houston area emergency alert system. Stay tuned for important information. This station is activating the Houston area emergency alert system. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Harris County Flood Control District. This is a voluntary evacuation for all residents in the following areas of Inverness Forest Subdivision. All streets north of Whitestone Lane, including East and West Greenbrook Drive and all of Kinchester Drive. Water levels on Cypress Creek near I-45 will possibly top the levee by tomorrow morning. Residents in this area are encouraged to seek higher ground. For more information, please contact the Harris County Flood Control District at 713-684-4000. Again, a voluntary evacuation for all residents in the Inverness Forest Subdivision, all streets north of Whitestone Lane, including East and West Greenbrook Drive and all of Kinchester Drive. This concludes activation of the Houston area emergency alert system. And there we go, Matt. Just
degrees at KSL. We're going to pause now for this Amber Alert.
This is an Amber Alert notification of a child abduction. The Salt Lake City Police Department is asking for the public's help. The suspect is identified as Albert Phillips. He's 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighs 175 pounds and has gray hair. He is 52 years old. The child abduction victim is identified by police as Clifford Phillips. He's an infant and weighs 6 pounds. The abduction happened in Salt Lake City. The suspect was driving a red Dodge Ram 1500 quad pickup, but Salt Lake police say that the red truck has been located and the father has now fled in a white Ford F-150. The suspect is the child's father. The Division of Child and Family Services was serving a warrant to take the child when the father left with him. If you have any information, please call police at 801-799-3000 or simply dial 911. This has been an Amber Alert notification of a child abduction. Our next alert will be in 30 minutes.
If you have a hernia and are in need of a hernia...
The National Weather Service in Burlington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Southern Caledonia County in northeastern Vermont, East Central Washington County and central Vermont until 2 a.m. At 1:42 a.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Barnett, moving southeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include St. Johnsbury, Waterford, Reigate, Cabot, Marshfield Village, Barnett, Peacham, Danville, Walden, Cabot Village, Lower Waterford, Stannard, Marshfield, Groton, West Waterford, South Reigate, West Danville, West Barnett, South Peacham, and Mackinac Falls. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Cloudy.
Service in Wakefield has issued a tornado warning for Nottoway County, northwestern Dinwiddie County, southeastern Amelia County, until 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 9:38 p.m., severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over Nottoway, or near Crewe, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Spainville and Wilson's around 9:55 p.m. Manborough and Scotts Fork around 10 p.m. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Wellville, North Wellville, Dominey Corner, Hebron, Earls, Hammond, Clay Store, Gennaro, Patterson Store, and Blackstone Airport. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Please send your reports of hail and or wind damage, including trees or large limbs downed, by calling NOAA's National Weather Service in Wakefield at 757-899-2415. The 9 p.m. area.
Level 3 evacuations. Level 3 evacuations for all Chelan Hills Acres tracks need to leave the area immediately.
Pipes and breaks down a...
Transmitted at the request of the West Virginia Emergency Management Agency, Charleston, West Virginia. Metro 911 is receiving reports of numerous accidents in Kanawha County due to snow showers moving through and dropping temperatures this afternoon. Please use caution when driving and avoid unnecessary travel.
Over 180 car, truck, and
full of spine equipment.
Transmitted at the request of the Ashland County Sheriff's Department. This is an urgent message from the Ashland County 911 Communications Center. U.S. Highway 2. State Highway 13 North is declared impassable and closed on this Wednesday evening between State Highway 112 in the city of Ashland and State Highway 13 North in the town of Arlene due to extreme weather conditions. Motorists must use the designated State Highway 137 alternate route. The closure will remain in effect until further notice.
If you have a tax problem, you need...
This is a tornado message for the following counties in Wyoming, Albany, Goshen, Laramie, and Platte. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 319, effective until 10 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Wyoming, Albany, Goshen, Laramie, and Platte. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watched area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
Service in Paopango has issued a flash flood warning for Tutuila, Aunuu, and Manua until 1 p.m. this afternoon. Clouds and heavy showers from the west are moving across the warned area, and the risk for flash flooding will continue for the next couple of hours. Precautions. A flash flood warning means flash flooding is imminent or occurring in streams, roads, and low-lying areas. Move to higher ground immediately if your home is in a flood-prone area. Oyay ni silap tainga mololonga matafinga momoto tutuila anu mamanua siya ulita sila ulileso. Uloanga imay bef aptungao matimunga ilungo tutuila anu mamanua ma ola fatupla ye bele malolo siya tafinga malolonga mona isi tula o se fautuanga oyay ni lolonga matafinga ilatnu inafuanga mo lalo fa pea wala tele afa itu lata lo mo ta ya labai ya tulai ese ma ya inafuanga mapoepoe awani isavalia awala wa ya tafinga po ololonga.
Radar desde Rueda.
La emergencia de inundaciones repentinas continúa a lo largo de la cuenca del Río de la Plata. El Servicio Nacional de Meteorología ha extendido el aviso de inundaciones repentinas para los municipios de Comerío, Naranjito, Dorado, Toa Baja y Toa Alta hasta las 2:30 p.m. A las 9:28 a.m., escorrentías extremadamente peligrosas a lo largo del Río de la Plata resultarán en inundaciones repentinas severas a lo largo de estos municipios. Esto es una emergencia de inundaciones repentinas. Esto es una situación particularmente peligrosa. Por favor, de buscar refugio en un nivel más alto en su lugar de refugio. Flash flood emergency continues along Rio de la Plata Basin. The National Weather Service in San Juan has issued a flash flood warning for Comerío, Naranjito, Dorado, Toa Baja, Toa Alta until 2:30 p.m. At 9:28 a.m., extremely dangerous runoff along Rio de la Plata will result in severe flash flooding along these municipalities. This is a flash flood emergency. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Please seek shelter within a higher level.
Está
to the bank, which
This is an Alberta emergency alert. Alberta Emergency Management Agency has issued a province-wide test alert. This alert is in effect for Alberta. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency or threat, you would now hear instructions that would assist you to protect you and your family. For details, visit www.emergencyalert.alberta.ca or stay tuned to local media.
Chiseled off the name.
The following is a message from the Canadian Public Alerting System. Please pay close attention to the following important message.
This is a test of the National Public Alerting System issued by the New Brunswick Emergency Measures Organization. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency or threat, you would now hear instructions that would assist you to protect you and your family. This is a test only. No action is required.
This has been a message from the Canadian Public Alerting System. Now, we return to regularly scheduled programming.
This is a test of the National Public Alerting System issued by Fire and Emergency Services Newfoundland and Labrador. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency or threat, You would now hear instructions that would assist you to protect you and your family. This is only a test. No action is required.
To science.
This is a test of NWT Alert Ready, the Northwest Territories public alerting system issued by the government of the Northwest Territories. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency or threat, you would now hear instructions that would assist you to protect you and your family. This is only a test. No action is required.
Il s'agit d'un essai de TNO en géré par le gouvernement des territoires du Nord-Ouest. Ceci est un essai. En cas d'urgence ou de menace réelle, vous entendriez maintenant des instructions pour assurer votre protection et celle de votre famille. Il ne s'agit que d'un essai. Aucune mesure n'est requise de votre part.
And not over that time.
This is only a test. This is a scheduled test of the public alerting system from Prince Edward Island's Emergency Measures Organization. If this had been an actual emergency or threat, you would now hear instructions that would assist you to protect you and your family. This is only a test. No action is required. Test. This is a SASC Alert public alerting test. If this had been an actual alert of a threat or emergency, you would have received instructions to assist you in protecting yourself and your family. This is only a test of the Saskatchewan Public Alerting Program, SASC Alert. No action is required by the public.
From eroding the cliff?
Yeah.
This is only a test. This is a scheduled test of the Yukon Emergency Measures Organization's Emergency Public Alerting System. No action is required. This is only a test. There is no threat of an emergency or disaster in progress at this time. If this had been an actual emergency or threat, you would hear instructions that would assist you to protect you and your family. No action is required. This is only a test.
Ceci n'est qu'un essai. Nous testons présentement le système d'alerte de l'Organisation des mesures d'urgence du Yukon. Il n'y a aucune mesure à prendre. Il s'agit seulement d'un essai. Il n'y a actuellement aucune situation d'urgence ni aucune menace de catastrophe. S'il s'agissait d'une véritable urgence, des consignes de sécurité vous seraient communiquées afin de vous aider à vous protéger, vous et votre famille. Il n'y a aucune mesure à prendre. Il s'agit seulement d'un essai.
Haines Junction